were just some of the absolute bombshells in recent months to come out of the sweeping charges in Georgia. Ever since she charged the ex-president and 18 co-defendants in August of engaging in a racketeering conspiracy to overturn the 2020 election, DA Fani Willis has secured a series of major wins. Plea deals from 4 defendants, former Trump allies, and as the Atlanta Journal-Constitution points out, pretty big fish to begin with as she works her way up. Not to mention the first and only mugshot of a former U.S. president, all while holding her own against Republican Jim Jordan's outrageous demands and political accusations. And let's not forget the failed attempts by 5 defendants, including Trump's former chief of staff, to move their cases to federal court. We are back with Harry Litman. Harry, just quite the year for District Attorney Fani Willis. I think there's just so much to choose from. What stood out to you?
Well, first, she really has, as you say, held her own. And I think it's just the way she started big and has begun to winnow down, but making very clear that at least Trump, Meadows, and Giuliani are not getting deals. And I think there may be 3 others. There are 15 total, but a lot of them are genuine small fry Georgia electors. And I think we could see a whole passel of pleas once the trial is imminent. Right now, it's set for August. It's kind of a late date that she chose, and even the judge has given expressed some interest in moving it up, because if it doesn't, given how long she says it's going to take, no way it finishes before November.
So I think this is an interesting point, Harry. You know, there were lots of defendants who turned down plea deals, and you just noted that you could see more people flipping. But whenever this case comes to fruition, I mean, in the current racketeering case that Fani Willis is trying in Georgia, it took 10 months to do jury selection there. Do you foresee the same thing happening here?
You know, 10 months is a long time. I don't see that. But if you take her 4-month estimate and you just add on jury selection, however long a defense case takes, they've got to start by the spring to have any shot of finishing. I do think it will have simplified, because the big thing about this case, Simone, is everybody has the same exposure. Everyone's charged as being part of the RICO. So the smaller actors are really facing very big exposures. I think when we're looking at the eve of trial, you'll see them plead in the same way we saw the other 4 plead already. But it's a sprawling trial. This jury selection is not going to be easy. And as of now, it doesn't look like it can finish before November, but everyone's starting to look at it because the other big case that could, the January 6th case, may itself be delayed. So that's really the sort of on-deck case, as it were.
I mean, Fani Willis, she has been doubted before. Who knows what she has up her sleeve? I mean, if we talk about that recorded testimony that got out, I mean, what do you think that tells us about what the defendants actually gave prosecutors, especially those folks, again, that flipped?
Yeah, the ones who have pleaded, including, by the way, Chesbro, we just learned about more yesterday. You know, Meadows in particular, but really all 3 of the top dogs here, Trump, Meadows, and Giuliani. It's almost hard to see how they escape other than by jury nullification. Remember, the jury pool here is a little bit more pro-Trump based on voters, say, than other jury pools might be. But her evidence is really strong, and the way she's charged it gives her maximum ability to marshal all kinds of evidence and proof, starting at the election, moving all the way through. I don't think any of these defendants really are seeing a path to acquittal. I just can't see it. They're looking to delay. Maybe they're hoping for jury nullification, but she's got a case that is very, very hard to beat.
All right, we will be watching. Harry Litman, thank you for spending some time with us.
Thanks, Simone.
After the